Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net, and we're here for Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for February 16th to the 22nd, 2020. And this is the last one for this section. And the first card I pulled was flow. And I'm always talking about going with the flow, always saying, hey, get in the flow of things. Just allow things to occur rather than forcing things in a direction, and that's good advice. When you try to force, that's a lesson we learn as we go through life, allowing and insisting. So the first card I got is, and it's one that's been very prevalent for this week, is Eight of Pentacles, and it's a master craftsman working at his craft, being very good at what he does, very confident. And we are very good at what we do. We're very we have confidence. We know and we remember what's happening. For some reason, though, we have the Seven of Swords that covers us. And that means that you want to be aware of things happening that are not us, but outside of us. And they're negative events. And why are we dealing with negative events right at this moment? Because we're still letting go of things that hold us back. We're letting go of blocks. So big block is coming up this week. And what's behind us? Frustration. Five of Cups. It's a frustration card saying basically that even though we know that the good things are coming, we're frustrated, waiting for the good things to come. And I suspect that is almost pretty well a universal frustration. But it's not a big deal because we at the same time that we're frustrated know that life is improving, is getting better for us. It's just getting there seems to take a little longer than we anticipated. Everybody thought at 2012, tipping point, so they thought everything would be whoosh and things would get better immediately. Well, it doesn't appear to be that way. And we're still working, we're still clearing, we're still making life better for ourselves the hard way. We could simply choose and be there. But there's something in the psyche of the human being that says, nope, got to do it the hard way. So we're doing it the hard way. Princess of Swords is coming up, or it's just below us. And the Princess of Swords is the inner child. And she, again, says, yep, this is not what I want. We've got to cut cords. We're going to pop it to the surface. And again, we're in for a clearing of sorts, air. But that's okay because the card that comes up after the initial clearing is the healer, or the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is that all about the knowledge and the knowing. And the Hierophant is the healer in this case. And what will it do? The Strength card. Well, we need strength this week, obviously. And no, I'm not looking forward to it either. But the Strength card is rising above the level that we've been at before. And it's a huge jump, a huge emotional, spiritual jump. And for it to be the whole reading would suggest that it's a massive change for air. What support do we have along the way? We have the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles will be that we are acknowledged for what we have done or achieved, whether it's acknowledged outside of ourselves or within ourselves. I can't tell you personally the most important person to acknowledge, have that acknowledgement from, is yourself. but this week will bring. Oh, cool! Look at that. I put the rest of the cards down. I thought I had 2. I have 3. So the third card wants to be read. Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is it's a new form, new beginnings, new joy, new potential for joy. And I'm going to read the third card first, and the last, then the last card, Princess of Wands. And the Princess of Wands is suggesting, or she likes people to believe in the magic of life. And you can see she has a baby dragon with her. So yes, magic of life. There's magic coming our way. Things that we'd never see before, we're beginning to see now. And the last card, and this one has been prevalent for everybody this week, is the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups, of course, is the wish card. It's the card of making a wish and being very happy. So we start out with a bang, but it looks like we end up on a very high note if you can go with the flow. And now the last card is Daydreams and Decisions. And as I've told you before, over and over again, what you daydream, what you see in your mind is real. So choose to daydream large, choose to daydream beautifully, with beauty. Don't choose to daydream specifically, this guy has got to love me or that gal's got to love me. Instead, daydream the best love possible and make a decision that this is so. As I said earlier in the reading, we could go snap, make a decision, all done, completely where we're supposed to be. But being human, we always choose to try it the hard way. And why not? The hard way is where we get the experience, where we get the lessons, where we get the understanding. It is our choice, and that's the choice we made. So let's go with it. And I'm done.
Ashley Vasquez says, hey. Tracy T says hi. Miriam M says hi. Lily Guild says, Jordan blocked me again. Will me and Jordan ever get along in a relationship?
Short answer is no. and I'm sorry about that, but the short answer is no.
Miriam M asks, will my husband find another job this year?
I got a strong yes for that. And that's a tough one. I understand that one would be very, would not be the one, it's tough. And I can feel he's given up a little bit. And suggest to him that he look for something outside of what he usually looks for. And I have a feeling that he looks outside of what is normal for him, that he is going to actually find something he really loves to do. And it might be that he needs to look at a blue-collar job. And what I'm seeing is something like a truck driver. And it might not be what you want, but it might be that he actually really loves it, and they can make in they can bring in a good deal of money. Truck drivers, it might be simply he needs to look outside of himself, outside of what he usually does. And it might be simply temporary. That he can't find a job in what he wants, but for the time being, it might be that take a course and do something that he would have loved to do when he was 10. Okay, good luck with that.
Yasmin Fox asks, hey, will I find a boyfriend this year?
And I get a yes for that too.
Or soon. Sorry, not just this year, but soon.
Oh, okay, well, I answered for this year. So I get a yes for that too. What am I thinking? I think you've been doing a lot of work on yourself, and because you've done a lot of work on yourself, things are shifting and changing for you in a very positive way. And because they're shifting and changing in a positive way, you get to shift and change too. And you've been working hard, basically. So yes, what you've been, it will not be who or what you expect. Let's put it that way. But it will be better than you imagined.
Emily Aquine asks, hello, Eliz-sha and Elle. I would like to ask what my spirit guides will like to tell me. Thank you.
Okay. Well, first of all, they would like to tell you that they are your rooting section. They have you. They're rooting for everything that you're aspiring to. And this seems to be very prevalent this week. Don't take it so seriously. Don't be so adamant that it's really serious. It's really serious what we're doing and things like that. I recognize that. But go with the flow. Bring in laughter. And the more joy you have, the more likely things are going to come your way quicker. And it is rather important, the joy, because the joy is what you're looking for. And because you're so intent on looking for it in the future, you kind of miss what's happening now. And there's actually quite a bit of joy coming in for you right now. There's quite a bit of happiness. So pay attention to the happiness you have now. And it might be simply the flavor of the coffee in the morning. It makes you feel really good. It's simple things, actually, that you're missing. And savor it. Okay, good luck.
Ashley Vasquez asks, this Sag that I'm talking to, is he positive or negative? I'm confused.
I think he's a bit of an a-hole. So if you're not too deeply in, walk away. If he's real, he'll come follow you. If he's not, walk away.
Chandra Walker asks, hello, sending good vibes to you and to you all. May you please tell me more about Daniel? Is he trying to get my attention, but he's trying to get my attention, but I think it's in a negative way. Please and thank you for your reading.
Okay, well, let's see about Daniel. Yeah, and the energy is kind of cranky, and I think part of it is he simply doesn't know another way of doing it. I remember last time you asked about him, I had the feeling that he was coming from a very childish level, grade school level, and it might be simply doesn't know how to deal with the emotions. doesn't make it right. And honest to God, with he's at that maturity level, you got to stop and think, is it worth it? Because you don't want to be his mom, and you shouldn't be his mom. I think he's got a core of cranky and nasty in him, and I hate to say this, but I think he's a bit of a bully. It comes from immaturity. It comes from being insecure. It comes from not knowing a lot about reality. And he sees you as somebody that I'm not sure how to explain this in short energy. He sees you as somebody above him, and he would like to bring you down a little bit. So even with a guy that has a crush on you, he's not the guy you want to be around. Okay.
Moonfeather asks, hi ladies, how are you? I was just wondering if my guides are trying to guide me not to meet Lewis this summer. I've been feeling odd. I have an odd feeling, but I don't know if it's anxiety, just anxiety. Please and thank you.
Okay. Let me do this. So what you'd want to do is you take the question, empty your mind, no thinking. If you think doesn't work, put the question in your heart and ask it, of course. First instant, basically, you'll know whether you're supposed to meet him or not, and you'll know whether it's a good thing or not. And honest to God, always follow your first instinct. Don't listen to me. Always follow what it feels right for you, and that is the most important thing. Try that. It will be a feeling, a knowing, words. It can be anything, any of the clairs. But and it might be that you don't get it right off the bat, but keep at it, asking, not 5 minutes apart, but maybe 12 hours apart or 6 hours apart when you've basically moved on from that energy, until you get the answer that you're looking for. Okay. And I always, no matter what I say, I always tell people to pay attention to what they feel, because you are the ones who know yourself best, far better than I should know you. Okay, so try that, and if you still get the sense that it's not a good thing, then you pay attention, because that's the energy of the heart talking to you. Okay.
Naya says hello and asks, I wonder if my ex Lance is still thinking about me.
Definitely not on a regular basis. I apologize for that, but I think Lance has moved on, and he doesn't think about you. Well, of course he thinks about you because you're part of his past, but I don't see that he thinks about you a great deal. And but there is no animosity there, if that's what you're asking. That he's just sort of moved on, and he's got other fish to fry, so to speak, and so do you. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Just a quick thing. We don't actually need people's signs to do readings for them. We are not. Elisha is not an astrologer.
Neither is Elle.
We don't understand the rising and moon or whatever's.
I've learned a bit from people who keep telling me, though.
And mostly, we don't care.
Well, I read the energy, basically.
So, no need to tell us your sign to get a reading. But thank you for those who offer, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
I do notice, though, it's usually Gemini and Scorpio who are the exes.
Mm.
So take that as a Scorpio and Gemini are prone to be becoming bored. So watch out for Gemini and Scorpio.
Patricia Scowen asks, "Hi, ladies. Any spirit guides of mine bringing any messages for me? Thanks."
So they're telling me you just either came out of a dip or a valley, or you just it's just right. It's in the process of coming out or going in, and whatever they're saying is that you're doing well with it, and they're quite pleased with how you dealt with the dip. I would suggest that we're going into one, but it shouldn't last more than a couple of days because of the reading. But they're saying that basically they're saying you're doing much better than you realize, and their words, not mine. Quit beating yourself up. Okay.
Patricia C. asks, "Hi, Elisha and Elle. I'm wondering, can you sense how the Mercury retrograde might affect me specifically? Thank you."
The first thing that came up was watch your computer. What they're suggesting, not me, but what your guides are suggesting is think twice, act once. You know how it is with people who build houses, measure twice, cut once. Well, this is basically what they're suggesting: is you take your time and take your time and think things through. Don't react. Act, if that makes sense to you. And that means even simple things like crossing the street, look twice. So just basically slow your life down a little bit, and then do everything from a point of having checked it twice, which could include what you're going to eat for supper, what you pull out of the freezer for supper, everything in your life. Just make it a habit, and it's because they want it to be a habit. They want you to form the habit of acting, not reacting, if that makes sense to you. And if you can do that, the Mercury retrograde will probably not affect you the way it had appeared that it was going to. And they're very happy you asked that question, by the way, because they really wanted to tell you that and they didn't know how.
Tracy T asks, hello, Eliz-sha. How is my ex-boyfriend on the other side doing?
He's on the other side, which means he's passed over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ex-boyfriend T.
Mm-hmm.
He's very, yeah. He says, he waves at you. He says, I'm fine, I'm fine. He's got quite a sense of humor, this guy. But he waves at you, says, and he says, thank you for asking. And he says it's good of you to care. And he says, if you see any of his and your old friends and family, please let everybody know things are good for him. And what was no longer as a problem. If that, I'm not quite sure what that means, but I'm pretty certain you know. So just be. He's very happy. He says he's very busy. He says there's too much to do over on the other on this side. And somebody who has a child, it could be a sister or something, but he specifically sends his good wishes to the person, not the person with the child, but the child. And child appears to be probably about 8 to 10 years old, or I can't tell you exactly how old, but specifically the child is important to him, and wants them to know that he watches out for that child. Okay, I think it's a male child, but I'm not sure about the energy. All right.
Zulumi R asks, what messages does the Gemini named Jay have for me? We haven't talked in 2 years.
I think it's the same one that I gave a couple of days ago, but basically move on. And we haven't talked in 2 years. He's definitely moved on.
Delilah G asks, I live with a guy named Christian. What does he think of me?
There doesn't appear to be any romantic interest there, if that's what you're asking. It's just sort of like, yeah, nice person, nice lady, nice energy, but there's nothing powerful, nothing outstanding. And if you're thinking of romance, I suspect he's not. And I suspect he doesn't want to, what's the word? He doesn't want to fish close to home, basically. I didn't get any romantic energy there. Having said that, if you offer anything, he's going to take it because he's a male. Okay, so don't don't offer anything, because it's not there for him. He doesn't feel anything. Okay.
JC says, hello, ladies. TT Loves asks, will I ultimately pass all my classes this semester?
Well, probably. And it depends a lot on how much energy you put into it. It's I know it's very stressful, but it is quite frankly, you put the energy in, usually you get the results required. If you party, that's a different question. That's a different answer, right? If you party too much, and Friday night partying or Saturday night partying, that's okay. But you do your work, you put in the effort, the chances are you are going to pass. And I'm not getting a huge yes or a no for that, because it just appears to be, if you're willing to put in the effort, you will get the desired results. You may not come out with A's, but there's a saying, C's get degrees. So just make sure you get what you want and put in the effort where it's required, and you should be fine. It may not be what you want, grade level, but ultimately it doesn't really matter when you get out in the working world what grade you got. It does for some areas, doctors, lawyers, etc. But generally, all they look at is, do you have that degree, or do you have that piece of paper? So good luck. And I don't see any negative as long as you put the effort in. Okay.
Tay asks, hello, do my spirit guides have anything to tell me?
Basically, something's coming your way that's fun and exciting, and to look forward to it. Okay. I mean, it's something that you will look forward to and enjoy, and it's something you should look forward to and enjoy. And it will create a huge shift in your life. And I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's very positive. It might be something small and furry.
Fist asks, hello, do you have a message for me from my spirit guides? Thank you.
So basically, they're saying that you're doing well, and walking the path alone can be very, what's the word? Not necessarily as much fun by yourself. So even with it's just reaching out online for people of similar interests, it would make it so much easier for you if you could do that. Because walking your path alone, and it appears that you are walking this path alone in the physical, because of course you're not in the energies is starting to take a toll on you. So reach out, spend more time talking to people, and see what happens. You will find that a shared interest is very important. But they're at the same time they're very pleased with what you're doing, etc., etc. But you reach out and find somebody to share your journey with, even if it's just online. Okay, good luck.
Angel Wings asks, if my ex-Gemini comes back to me, will his intentions be genuine?
They might become genuine, but at the moment they definitely wouldn't be genuine. The energy that I'm picking up from him is more, how do you say this? More boredom than interest. It would be something to. It would simply be something to make life interesting for him. If that makes any sense. Okay, I have nothing more for that.
Okay. Miriam M. says, thank you. I've been encouraging him. He's an amazing mechanic, but the industry is changing.
So suggest to him that he do something like, but he's a mechanic, he knows vehicles already. They do can make a great deal of money. I do believe the industry there is changing as well. But if he's already a mechanic, he can do backyard mechanics. I know around here we have a lot of backyard mechanics, and they really do really well because it's a little cheaper than going to what's it called? Than going to a shop. But also, if he's an amazing mechanic, just suggest that he go do a bit of upgrading. And I know that would hurt his male ego a lot because as you said, he's already amazing. But they're looking for that piece of paper. They don't care what he can do and can't do. Okay, so just tell him to go find, go get another piece of paper, and maybe he can be the teacher. But you give him. It's worthwhile going back to school for an upgrade.
JC asks, will my family life get better this year?
Is he the young man that...
I don't know. Okay. I think he's new.
Okay. So I'm going to be a bit of a nag. The only way for your life to change is for you to change your life. And that's how you do that is look at what bothers you, find out why it bothers you, and make it all right. So because everything is a lesson. There's nothing that happens to us that is not some form of a lesson. Okay, and simply simply figure out what you like or don't like about your family life. Then look inside of yourself and see how you are creating that for yourself, and that will make a huge shift. And it's not easy, but it will make a huge shift in how you react to it. And the more you don't react to it, the more the easier life becomes, and the less anger you have, and you do shove a lot of the emotions down. Those emotions will eventually make you sick or explode or something like that. So take the emotions out, look at them face on. Don't shove them away. And the more you deal with them, the better things will get for you, because it doesn't matter who's at fault. It's still your responsibility. And I'm not sure if that's making sense, because that's a lifetime of learning I'm trying to put into a few minutes worth of words. But look at it, make everything all right for yourself, and your life will become better.
Next.
Yeah.
AP asks.
It might become better in ways that you're not anticipating too. Okay.
AP asks, hi Elisha and Elle, what is next for me in love? Thank you.
Next. Seems that what's next for you in love is a real relationship, not a dime store novel relationship, but a real relationship, one where it can turn into a forever thing if you choose it to. So be very careful and very picky who you choose next. And don't let them choose. You choose. You be the author. You be the author of your. You be the author of your life. Don't let somebody else go, oh, I like you, so you have to be with me. You go, yeah, I like you, but not that way. And then until you find the person you like that way. Okay? If that makes sense. I hope it makes sense.
Mela P asks, is Maria giving me the evil eye?
You know, it's very possible people do this, but with you, the only way it can happen is if you accept it. If you can wear the hamsa, which will negate any evil eyes. You can choose not to give a damn, which will negate the evil eye. And you can clear your aura, which will keep them from being able to grab onto your aura and create dissension. So do a lot of clearing the energy. I mean, imagination is your best friend, and just look after it. Look after yourself. It's fun to have the drama, but ultimately it's just a pain, and it slows you down from reality. So clear your stuff, say no, and walk away. And don't give it about whether she is or isn't, because she's only as strong as you give her the power to be.
Jennifer Schwab asks, hello Elisha and Elle, hope you're both doing well. Any messages from my spirit guides for the next couple of weeks? Thank you.
So they're suggesting, this is funny, and I say this quite often with you. Look up, look up, look to the skies. Enjoy the night sky. Enjoy the sky, the winter sky during the day. Just sit and enjoy it, and let the peace wave through you. There's a, how do you say this? It feels like there's something coming where you're going to need peace. It's not that it's necessarily bad, it's just busy. So there's going to be times when you're going to want to just have that peace and have that, and sort of soak it up and put it in a bottle, so to speak. So you've got it when you need it. And maybe it's just a memory, but do keep it as a memory. Okay. So life is going to speed up. Good luck.
Christine S. asks, hey ladies, how does M currently feel about me?
There was no words. There was just frustration. I've never had that happen before. Yeah, there's just kind of a frustration going on there, and not explaining why Em is frustrated. Just a frustration. So frustration is always just temporary. So if you know how to deal, if you know what the frustration is caused by, then you can do something to fix it. Because well, it's a waste of time to leave people in that space, and you really don't need any negative karma if you can fix it. Okay.
Lily Dulo asks,
Hi, Lily.
hello ladies, just came to send you a hug. Thank you for all the positive energy you give us.
Thank you, Lily.
Princess Nee asks, hello there, what are Julian's intentions with me?
I don't feel that the intentions are in any way negative. They might actually be something that you're interested in. So keep an open mind, and he's a bit of a romantic, so look for romantic gestures. And that should tell you what he's doing and how and where he's at in his thinking. But like I said, he's a romantic, and it all appears positive. Okay.
Positive for Life asks, hi, what's important that my spirit guides are wanting me to know?
They're kind of suggesting that sometimes you get an idea in your head, and whether it's right or wrong, you don't allow that idea to shift or change. And they're suggesting that you don't be so adamant, that you stay open to things changing and shifting. And basically what I'm getting is that on one level, something is A, but on the next level, it might be A plus B. And you're not allowing the plus to come into play. So stay open to new. Once you get something, you hang on to it too tight. Go with the flow, basically. Allow things to shift and change, because as you grow, A becomes A plus B. No, it isn't simply A, and this is actually really important, that once you learn something, you don't hold on to it forever, because forever doesn't exist. Good luck with that.
Kimber Singil Aquarius asks, "Hey y'all, I hope everyone is having a blessed day." Yes, there was no question.
I hope we are too.
B. Arla says, hi to you both, Alicia and Elle. If I may ask, what is Jeff feeling about me and our relationship at the moment? Thank you so very much.
A little confused. He just seems to be sitting there scratching his head, sort of like, I'm not sure what's going on here. It's not like oh God, no. It's just a little bit of confusion, because he thought it was going one direction, and all of a sudden you threw a whammy at him, and it appears to be going in another direction, and going, but he doesn't dislike it. Okay.
Malapala says, hi, Alicia and Elle.
Hey.
Kimber Single Aquarius asks, I just would like to know if I made the right decision by breaking up with my lover this morning, please and thanks.
Okay, hang on. You might want to seriously rethink what you did. I'm not sure why you broke up with your lover, but it might be to your benefit to go back and talk things over again. And again, pay attention to what your heart feels, because what you're asking me is telling me is you're really hurting right now. And with your hurting, it probably means that there was still things that were not finished between you and your lover. And it might be to your benefit to reach out and say you just really, really would like to talk things over again, and think and make sure you communicate with your lover. I'm not sure why you broke up, but I think you need to communicate a bit more to find out how you truly feel, because it shouldn't hurt as much as it does if you're the one that chose to allow it to come to an end.
Malapala asks, how is Gemini feeling now?
Okay, he doesn't have a clue what's going on, basically. I think I suspect you need to explain to him what's happening, because what he said to me was, I don't have a blankety blank clue what the heck is happening. Okay, good luck with that.
Divine One asks, will he make it right soon?
No.
Next.
Mm-hmm.
Maria Herrera asks, hi both. Do you see any bad energy around me? Thank you both.
Just put an eggshell around your house or around your apartment. Nobody, just and make it. Well, not an eggshell. Make it a grill work, like the kind, metal grill work all around, and fill it in with bright colors, but make it impenetrable underneath the floor, up around, everywhere. It's nothing that you can't handle. It's nothing that you can't deal with.
Liag Isa asks, is my sister Dale going to jail? Well, that rhymed.
Huh. The potential, unfortunately, appears to be a little higher than than average. I do believe she will do everything in her power to make it not happen. I don't feel it will be a long-term event. But maybe probably fairly short. But the potential is yes at this point, and I'm sorry to tell you that.
Tracy T says, so sweet. Thank you for the amazing message. Smith Lind Management asks, hello ladies, what do you see for me in love?
Oh, is that wrong? Mostly that that it is time to do the self-love. If you want if you want love to come to you, the self-love is the most important thing for you to do at the moment. It's when you, unfortunately, I see you don't have a great deal of faith in yourself, in the ability to attract and hold a decent human being in a relationship. And because you don't believe you can, you have a hard time attracting those people. So right now, the most important thing in the world for you is to practice self-love. And if there's something in your life that you feel guilty about, forgive yourself. Look in the mirror and say, I am love. Not I am lovable, this or that. I am love. Okay? You are use present tense now, and also say I am love and I am loved. No, say I am greatly loved, not love. I am loved, greatly loved. So I am love, I am greatly loved. Say that. Look in the mirror and say that. And if you can't do it, then that tells you a great deal about how you feel about yourself. And it is when you change that things will start shifting and changing for you in all walks of your life.
I was listening to a interview yesterday. It was a Meghan Trainor interview on her new CD with someone that works for Apple and promotes new music. And she said the way that she had to know that she loved herself and change her point of view of her body is that she looked at it as if she were looking at someone else and going, that chick is beautiful.
That works.
And it helped rewire her brain to go, I am gorgeous. I am who I am, and I'm badass at it.
And she is. If you don't know who Meghan Trainor is, is.
She's all about that bass singer.
Yeah, and she is quite beautiful, but she's self-made and things like that.
Yeah, and yeah. So look at it. Look at yourself in the mirror or in pictures and go, that chick is gorgeous.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what you think about yourself. Think of yourself in the third person if you have to.
If it will help you see you for the great person that you are, go for it.
Yeah. And it will, all across the board, change your life. And that works for everybody, not just you.
Yeah. Tay Tay says, thank you. I'm very excited to find out what this is. Haruka did reincarnate as a bunny on the 7th, so it would be lovely if it's her.
You know what? A friend of mine has a bunny. They call her Bun Buns. And that bunny is in every picture they post, I swear. And it's Snoopy with your talking. The bunny's out there checking out what's happening. It sleeps on their lap. It's a great pet. So good luck with that.
Camber Single Aquarius says, I love that you're sharing your gifts.
Thank you.
Stace Libra asks, hey, lots of love and light. Is Tom Saggy the man for me?
I think you may find that you have affinity for somebody else. He's not a bad human being. I just feel that you're actually don't have as much in common as it appears at this moment. And if you can, you should be patient. Be patient and go and do other things. Check other people out. Okay.
Lil Nye 8675309 numbers asks, what is the next step on my spiritual journey? Thank you.
That's a huge one. And actually, I'm going to suggest you find somebody who's a spiritual reader and ask that question. We have personally, I have on my group, I have somebody named Elizabeth and somebody named Aaron and myself who could answer that question fully, and probably better than a one little slot like this, because it's never just one answer. It's always there's always more to it than I can give you on this. So you've done a bit of self-work, which I get, which is really good. And now you're looking out rather than in. Make sure you're grounded. Make sure you know how to ground quickly, because falling out of grounding is not necessarily a big deal. It's what you do to get back into grounding that's important. Um, and the first card I pulled was flow. Go with the flow. Something is coming your way, and it's don't get cocky. You're really good at what you do. You're really good at the spiritual journey. Don't get cocky. Uh, and allow other people's input. They may be wrong. You don't have to accept their input, but allow other people to have a say. And then, and of course, follow your heart. Always follow your heart. But the next step, of course, is going to be fun and exciting, which means have a good ride. Okay. How many more are there? We're over an hour.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. You up to doing 4 or?
I'm starting to peter out.
Okay.
What are the questions like?
Eliz-sha of AIRGemini asks, will I be more successful in real estate in London, Lisbon, or Spain?
I suspect London.
Mimi asks, how does Dario feel about me?
He thinks you're great. He just hasn't figured out whether he wants to have a relationship or not.
Kim G, and I suspect we could probably end on her because we don't usually. Anyhow, I'll read the last question after Kim G. I'm writing an essay for a class right now. Will I get a C or higher on it?
Put your heart into it. You can get a B. If you work at it, you can get a B.
And SLSL asks, who is my future husband and where will I meet him?
I can't answer that.
We won't answer that.
Well, I can't because then you close your mind to potential. You have the potential to close your mind to somebody new and exciting that comes from left field rather than right field. But just know somebody is coming. Okay, so that's it.
Basically, the rest are just thank yous. I appreciate it. I was praying, so I missed what you said. I will look back. Great advice. Thank you. Thank you for the message. Hugs. I will practice being in the moment, enjoying the peaceful moments, and hopefully I will be ready to handle the busyness in the future.
It's going to be really busy. That was Jennifer, right?
Yeah. Lisa Liag Isa says, thank you, I appreciate it. Patricia Scowen says about a Megan Trainor comment. Megan Trainor is on our UK The Voice. She is delightful, so confident, and her light shines out in inspiration to all.
She is a pretty cool lady.
I guess a year after she won her first Grammy and the year after she became successful, she had to get a couple of voice operations, and she started getting panic attacks and all this stuff because she wouldn't allow herself to relax.
So Jennifer, pay attention to that.
But yes, if you look up Megan Trainor, I Love Tarot asks, who will I be dating this year? We won't tell you specifics.
Just know that you probably have 2 or 3 choices.
And yes, Kim G, you will pass. Kimber says amen. Maria Herrera says thank you so much.
So I will send along some energy to around your house, but do the energy work yourself. You will know how strong it is then.
I love Tarot Mel. We will not tell you specifically who you will be dating. We just said this earlier with SL.
Yeah, we don't because that closes off the energy too much, and people have greater potential than they realize.
Do you want to give a generic personality wise?
For whom?
I love Tarot Male.
She likes men?
I guess so. I don't know. That's her name. Their name.
Okay. Probably tall, probably shiny eyes, light colored, wavy hair, big smile, big grin. And that's it. I don't get anything more. I'm kind of bushed.
Yeah. And Kimber says, thank you both so much. I know he is going to walk away, but I need to talk with him anyways. If nothing else, you need that closure. Jennifer Schwab says, enjoy the rest of your day. Hugs. Kim G says, thank you. Thank you for the clarity. Love you, ladies. And Tarot, I love Tarot Male, says, thank you. Okay. And we're done.
And one where you know he's going to walk away, just take it as a learning experience, and allow yourself to go from there, and know in your heart that you're going to attract that which is better and for you. Okay? So namaste. Namasko.
Bye, everybody.
I'm tired.